Welcome to another episode of Cooped Up Live, should I say. Just my daily-ish broadcast, where I just talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. While we're waiting on folks to join, I'm Cooped Up is my Cooped Up is my website. CoopedUp.com is my website. You'd think after 3 years of doing this, I'd have gotten this little script straight, but here we are. You can check that at any time. I'm Cooped Up as my handle in all the social places. Would love a follow, particularly if you're on the Instagrams. And wherever you watch or listen to this, it is on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as rebroadcast in audio format on most of the major podcasting platforms. In case you want to listen in the car while you're out for a walk, whatever, click the bell so that you don't miss a second of the fun. Hey, Mama! My number one fan right there. Hope everyone's week went well. This was a long-ass week for me. And not particularly bad. Like, nothing bad happened. Like, I'm not like, thank God it's over because what in fresh hell could have happened next? Like that. No, it just, like, Wednesday morning, I woke up, got to work, and it wasn't even noon. And I'm like, how's it only fucking 11 o'clock on Wednesday? The amount of stuff I have done. I think it's just the quantity of things that I had to do this week was just so great. I think that that's what it was. None of them bad, just sheer quantity. And you know what? Most of my weekend is going to be consumed by laundry. I don't know when I last did laundry. The hamper in our closet is so full that it looks like an ice cream cone. It's like overflowing and melting. And it's so full you can't mush it down anymore. So fortunately, we have 2 washers and 2 dryers, so I can knock it out. 6 loads will get through everything of our laundry. Claire now does her own laundry. I'm just all of a sudden, out of the blue, about 2 months ago, she suddenly wanted to only do her own laundry. I had to teach her a few things. Don't put too much soap in. That, by the way, did you know that is like the number one mistake that people make when they wash clothes? So like if you use the liquid detergent, you're really only supposed to fill it to the line that says 1 or maybe 2. But most people, I think, fill the cup all the way up. The one line is just barely above covering the bottom of the cup. That is like the number one way you destroy your towels, you destroy your sheets, and you destroy your clothes is you put too much soap on them because then they get all goopy and it also attracts more dirt ultimately. And it can trap your skin oils in because it's not rinsing out all the way. And how fucking dirty are you that you need that much soap anyway, right? So anyway, a lot of laundry to do. Claire, like I said, Claire does her own. Mason does not. Mason cannot even get his laundry into his hamper. If you walk into his room, it looks like he just got undressed while he was walking through the room. And like, there's like, might as well be like a body outline on the floor where he disrobed. He disintegrated. It fucking looks like the rapture happened in his room. That's what it looks like. Like he just suddenly evaporated, soul went to heaven, and his clothes were just left here. Is everyone in heaven naked, by the way? Just deep thoughts that I think about. What else were we going to do this weekend? So it's going to be stormy here tomorrow in Dallas. But I was hoping that it wasn't. Mason is super into dinosaurs right now, and there's a Dinosaur Valley State Park. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from our house. And you can go down there, and there's got like riverbeds and such, like they have water in them where you can see actual dinosaur footprints. And was thinking that would be fun. I've never been. I wanted to go. And I want to do it before it gets too hellaciously hot here. But I don't want to go if it's storming. And I don't really want to go on Sunday because that makes for a very long day. So I'm very picky about these things. And then Claire wanted to go roller skating. He wanted to take Mason and Mason's best friend, Isabella, who's also a very good friend of Claire's, roller skating, mainly because this is her mean, twisted sense of humor. She wants to do it because Mason is not very good at it, and Isabella supposedly has never been roller skating before. And I said, no, we will do it next weekend potentially. They graduate from 8th grade, so the kids are still in school. They get out of school next Thursday. And Mason graduates, and so does Isabella. She's in Mason's grade. They graduate, And the last thing I want happening is one of them having a broken arm, broken leg, broken wrist, broken elbow, broken shoulder, broken head, broken anything. I don't want any of that happening. Because last year we fucked it up because I don't know who started the COVID wave, but we had a wave of COVID that hit. I was actually patient number 1 or 0, maybe. Patient 0 is too strong of a phrase because I didn't start it. I just was the first in our household to get COVID. My 2 times of having COVID were the first week of the last school year and the last week of the last school year. And unfortunately, I had it. And then I think Mason got it or Claire got it, one of them. Todd never got it the second time. He only had it the first time when I had it. And the kids missed the first week of school then because they were at their grandparents' house still. And so the kids had to miss the last week of school last year. And so they didn't miss the award. They didn't get the award ceremony. They didn't get any like the field days, all that sort of stuff. And I felt terrible about it. I couldn't attend them. And I'm, as board president, I'm supposed to be at a lot of these things. Felt terrible about that as well. But COVID is COVID. So I was like, we're going to put ourselves in a bubble if we have to. Like, we are not going to. And I'm not worried about COVID. I just don't want to ruin it, like where they got a cast on their arm, broken shoulder, and it's got to be like propped up like this, all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to minimize the incidence of potential damage to body, mind, soul, all of those things. So we'll postpone it to next weekend. Maybe we'll go on Friday. I don't know if roller skating rinks are even open during the week. Certainly during the summer, they're open during the week. Because kids are out on Friday. I can goof off on Friday. And I'd much rather go on a non-weekend day. So, what else? Anyway, Monica, she must be in the car on the way. Monica is returning from Walt Disney World. So they left this morning and they're driving back. I assume spending the night in Alabama somewhere or Mississippi. I don't think you'll make it home tonight. And I already know what my souvenir is. So it's one of these kind of cups, a Starbucks cup, but it's all Disney. I'm very happy about it. She let me pick it. She texted me pictures and wanted to see which. So, hey, Sandy, how you doing? Is Claire still doing roller derby? Yes, she is. So Monday night, she had, I keep calling it rehearsal. It's not rehearsal. It's practice. She had practice. She has it every Monday night from 6 to 8. And that is a long and it's about 20 minutes away, which isn't a long way it's not really a long way at all. But when you add it all together, it becomes like a 3-hour ordeal. And so I went there this last time. One of the moms brought skip bow, and 4 of us just sat there and played skip bow for 2 hours while the kids were doing their roller derby practices. They do a lot of drills on, they're not actually like scrimmaging really. They're doing more drills on how to stop, how to fall, how to bump people, how to bust through people, that sort of thing. So, you just sat through 2 major wrecks on, I assume you're on Highway 10, Interstate, on the 10, Interstate to I-10, somewhere. But yeah, it's always sad. One of the things that I like to do, because it's just mean, when, and as this sign here says, I'm actually not funny. I'm just mean and people think I'm funny. That's what that green sign says right there. I've got it right in front of Oprah, so it kind of offsets it. But one of the things that I like to do is when we're leaving on a vacation or about to leave on a vacation, I'll say something to the effect of, in 7 days, we'll be back home and that vacation will be completely over, right? Or a week from now, we'll be flying home from vacation. That kind of, Todd gets so mad. Stop it. You're taking the stress relief out of it. Now you're making me feel sad. That's what Todd says. So I did that to Monica also. I was like, oh, a week from today, or just thinking 4 days, it'll be over and you're on your way home. Yes. What else? I was so out of time thing. I got this much of my card written, but I have it all here. So, I have started this new thing. I wanted to tell you all about it. I have started this. It's called the Balance app, and I'm not being paid to say this. It's actually completely free. They're giving away a free year to all new members, and that's how I signed up. It's called Balance, and it is a meditation app, and they guide you. I'm on day 3 now. And I started a 10-day fundamentals of meditation. They're each 3 to 5 minutes long. You can set it. You can set the different voice. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the person whose voice I'm listening to, but I like his like smooth vibes. And it teaches you like the breathing techniques and all that kind of stuff. And so far, I'm loving it. Again, day 3, so I may be over promoting it a little bit, but it is free. I don't know for how long it is free. So Balance, if you go to balanceapp.com, is that where you can sign up, and then they have an actual app. So worth if you have any interest in meditation. I've been actually reading a lot of, Oprah, again, right there, looking over my shoulder. She claims meditation is like one of the things that changed her life the most. And I've been reading about it. And did you know that your gray matter in your brain is actually changed? It is different in people that meditate versus those who don't. And that people who meditate have better impulse control. They have better memory. They have better working short-term memory, which is very important. They sleep better. They have less anxiety. That's a really big one. It reduces anxiety and stress. Supposedly it lowers your blood pressure too. That's part of the reason why I'm doing it. And it's pretty easy. And also I like it. I've always done a sort of meditation because it helps me just kind of clear my mind. Like when I'm trying to go to sleep, or if I'm on an airplane and I'm a little scared. I'm not afraid of flying. I just am afraid of crashing. No, I don't like turbulence. I have literally no problem with flying other than when it gets turbulent, and it scares the shit out of me. I don't like it at all. And I just have it on. I just do sit in the sunroom off of our master bedroom, and we'll turn it on. I don't even use the earpods or anything. Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups. I got way too excited about the Balance app. So, and it also coordinates with your Apple Watch. So there's an Apple Watch. It's like mindful minutes or something like that it syncs with. So it knows that too. Monica is saying that right now I have sausage feet from the heat and humidity. God, I've been to Disney, I think twice in the summer. And all I remember is that it rained once a day, and that rain didn't cool it down a bit. It just made it 1,000 times more humid. And I'm not there for that. So what else do I have on my list? Did y'all see what Cracker Barrel did? So Cracker Barrel posted a Pride Month post yesterday on social media, and it's a picture of, they're famous for their rocking chairs on the front porch of the restaurants, which I don't understand. This sidebar, I don't understand why people love that restaurant so much. I do not find the food tasty. I think everything needs salt. I feel like you're walking through a fucking garage sale to get into it. And it's just, and then the design of the restaurant is terrible. I don't find the service to be. I think the only thing I love about it is I like that little triangle game. They're easy to stop at when you are en route to someplace, like on an interstate highway, because they always have big signs, it's coming, all that kind of stuff. I like that triangle golf tee game that they have. And then if memory serves, I like their bread too. But I don't drink sweet tea, so there's nothing appealing about that to me. I feel like their chicken fried steaks and all that stuff, they're all the exact same shape, size. It feels very Schwann's to me. I've had, I think breakfast is where I'm better with breakfast there, because Southern people do breakfast right? Like pancakes, French toast. That's what Monica just said, French toast. Pancakes, French toast, eggs, omelets, bacon. And I like my bacon like soggy. Like I want my bacon to be set out next to a pan of grease, and then just enough that it kills anything that's flying around on it, and then serve it to me that way. Like I like my bacon flaccid. Like that is how I like my bacon. But anyway, Todd likes his bacon, conversely. Todd likes his bacon so cooked that if you drop it a little too, if you don't put it delicately enough on the plate, if you drop it a little bit, it shatters into 5,000 pieces. That's how it is. Monica's saying, I like breakfast there, nothing else. Oh, good to know. Well, we have the same taste then. Anyway, back to my story, though, is that Cracker Barrel posted a picture celebrating Pride of they had the rocking chairs, and one of the rocking chairs has the slats painted in the rainbow flag. Like each one is a different color. And people losing their mother tucking minds about this thing. The thousands and thousands of comments, and some of them are like, "Yay, go, yay! I knew that you'd be a great place, whatever." And P.S. I've since learned, since seeing this post the first time, is that they've been selling that rocking chair since 2018 or 2019, something like that, and the money goes to benefit LGBTQ charities, specifically like Teen Runaway, all that kind of stuff. So they've been putting their toe in the water plenty, but how far they have come, because I believe it was in the early 90s, they had a policy, an employment policy, that all employees must adhere to. I wrote it down. They must demonstrate traditional heterosexual values. And if you do not demonstrate traditional heterosexual values, you would be fired. And so they were firing people for being gay or anything even remotely not super straight, right? So how far they've come, and granted that's been 30 years. And I think a lot of people have evolved over the time. I don't know if it's owned by a different company now. So Leslie's saying, I like to stop at the Cracker Barrel when it's my daughter and me. Seems safe and the restrooms are clean. Yeah, I can give you that. I'd rather stop at I don't know where else we stop. Buc-ee's. If there's a Buc-ee's within 50 miles of where I need to stop, I will keep going to a Buc-ee's. I'll get a barbecue sandwich. I love those Buc-ee's chips. I love the barbecue sandwich. There's something else that they make that I love. I love those little cookies that they have. I don't like the beaver nuggets. Everyone else raves about them. I don't care for them. But I like they're like shortbread cookies. The beef jerky is good. I cannot walk out of a Buc-ee's without, Monica just was at the biggest one in the world. It's in Alabama still. I don't think that they've opened the biggest one yet, which is going to be in Texas again. But I don't think I've ever walked out of Buc-ee's with the four of us with a bill under $100. Just facts. So my mother's never been to a Cracker Barrel. But you don't need to start going now unless you go for breakfast, because the food is not good. I do not like the food. Monica about Buc-ee's. Do not stop at the one in Alabama until they build another one 10 minutes away. That one is insane. I agree. It is insane. And we have not stopped there in the RV. We have stopped there in the Range Rover when we were driving to Rosemary Beach. And I remember it being bonkersville too. And I already think, I love Buc-ee's, but I hate the gas station area. I avoid it at all costs. I try not to get gas at Buc-ee's if I can help it. I try to go to the entrance that is to the back of the store. I try to park by the side, use the side entrance, and I try to exit as far back on a country road as I can, because it's just insanity. And the traffic they create is crazy too. Anyway, good for you, Cracker Barrel, on whatever. It's not going to eat there, but yeah. Oh, but a lot of people are like, I'm never eating there again. I'm never eating there again. And I'm like, what? I don't understand that. I don't do boycotts anyway. I literally do not participate in boycotts. And I will tell you why, and I probably told you why before, is unless I know the stance of every other option out there, then I don't think it's fair to boycott the one that I do, right? I don't think that it is. It's just annoying to me. Most of these companies are owned by millionaires and billionaires, but multimillionaires, because it's not that hard to be a millionaire, but multimillionaires and billionaires, right? Who are those? Most of those are conservative people, right? So you just from a starting gun, you're in the wrong race. But like Bud Light, if people who are protesting Bud Light and they're like, never drinking them again, blah, 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 blah. Well, do they know what Shiner does? Do they know what Michelob does? Do they know what Miller does? Do they know what Samuel Adams does? My guess is if you drink Bud Light, you're probably not drinking Samuel Adams in the first place. Do you know what Coors does? Do you know what? And I know for a fact, because I've worked on Coors before, they do a lot of gay shit too. So those are the same people who are boycotting Bud Light. Exactly, Monica. It's so stupid. I agree. But it's crazy. It's just, I'm like, so unless I know, like, I don't boycott Chick-fil-A either. Chick-fil-A is fucking delicious, first of all. Most of the money doesn't go to the corporate office. It stays with the local franchisee. I actually know two of the local franchisees here in Dallas. They're both very delightful, lovely people. Not so conservative that they would be anti-gay. They may not be in the Pride Parade, but they're not like actively trying to work against us. And the other thing is, if I don't go there, if I don't go to Chick-fil-A, and I go to the McDonald's next door, I don't know that person. I don't know what they feel about me. I don't know any of these things. If I go to the Wendy's, Wendy's is gross. I literally only go to Wendy's. I will go through the drive-thru for a Frosty. That is it. Everything about Wendy's is disgusting to me. You walk into a Wendy's could have a grand opening, and 2 days later, it looks run down, nasty as hell. Like it should just have cockroaches all over it. It is just so terrible. Ugh, Wendy's are gross. I will boycott Wendy's because they nasty. That's the only reason, not because of their beliefs. So, anyway. And the other thing I had on my list to talk about is Mike's drank enough Bud Light this week. He still has his bits. Yes, that's funny. And y'all were at Gay Pride Week also. I believe it was Gay Weekend, Gay Days at Disney while y'all were there. Thank you for your support of our community. Wendy's and that chicken place. What chicken place? Is it Cane's? I think all Cane's are disgusting also. Chicken Express too. They're always nasty on the inside. But I don't mind Chicken Express or really Cane's because of everything is so deep fried there that I'm like, if there's a roach in there, I'm just going to eat a deep fried roach. It's okay. So, is Disney doing a full Pride Month now? It's not just Gay Days, the one weekend? Oh, Zaxby's. That's the one. Yeah, that was nasty. I've only been to one once, and that was when we were driving to DC with you, and that place was nasty. Zaxby's, yes. And they're kind of like on the same corners a lot as I feel like Zaxby's in certain parts of the country are almost always close to Cracker Barrels, like almost like they're related or have the same real estate people or something. So, and then the last thing I had on my list to talk about today is I was joking with Todd about, because I'm obsessed with AI. I've made no secret of this. How to use it in my business, how to use it personally, all that kind of stuff. I needed to, I'm going to show you all a photo. Let me actually see if I can find it real quick. I created a photo using an app called Midjourney. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can share screen. So I needed to create a Father's Day photo for one of my clients, and we didn't have a good one, and so I was tinkering around with this AI generation software called Midjourney, and I through a series of commands it produced this image. Nothing about this is true. The thing was show a dad holding his son playfully. They're both laughing. Make it in the driveway. Daylight. And then like photorealistic, that sort of thing, right? And this is not a real person. That is not a real garage door. That is not a real motorcycle in the background. The shoes are not real. The hair is nothing about this is real, right? And I was bragging on myself about this. I've actually sent this to like 10 people today because I'm so proud of it. But I was joking with Todd and also with Carrie. I was like, I really need, because people ask me about AI all the time now. I'm like, I need to start a newsletter called like Middle-Aged AI or AI for Middle-Aged People or something like that, where it's not technical. It's just like the basic tools you need to use. And of course, I need another hobby or another thing that I do mediocre, like I need a hole in the head. But this photo, look at that. This is a computer generated photo. There's a couple of things in it that are a little off. if you look super closely. But I mean, like, look at that guy's arm. Look at the ripples of the muscles. Look at the slight waviness of the hair on it. Like, that is so realistic. And it is actually flexing like he is holding this kid up. Like, the fact that the robot AI overlords knew to do this, that the kids laughing and all. And I did tell it to make the dad in his like early 30s. I don't know if that guy is really in his early 30s, but still. But I'm just so impressed with myself with that image. Okay, I'll stop sharing that now. And if you're listening on Spotify or whatever, but I apologize for the visual content. You just have to watch it on Facebook or YouTube. But so I'm putting this. I've given this to the client. I'm like, hey, full disclosure, I created this myself with AI. This is not a real photo. Just don't want you thinking I'm trying to fool you or anything. I was like, but I'm fucking proud of myself. I think we should use this. I love the emotion in it. I love all that kind of stuff. We have not yet heard from them on what they think of it. I sent it over this morning. But other things, like people ask me about like ChatGPT or one of these other tools, all that kind of stuff. So it's not that far off from the JCP ad. I know, right? And that was 11 years ago, I believe, the JCPenney ad that we did for Father's Day. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just Google JCPenney gay dad ad, and you will see all the coverage, and you'll see us and our kids and all that kind of stuff. So, I have not mentioned that I've lost 35 pounds today. So here, that's the obligatory mention of that. Although, again, it's more like 32 pounds at the moment. Trying to whittle down a little bit off. I got really close to the edge. I was 199.8 the other day, and I promised myself not to get above 200 again. So trying to pull myself on. Did I buy a new scale? I did not. I keep forgetting. That is the thing. Like things that are in my bathroom. I don't go in my bathroom a lot. Our house has multiple bathrooms. So if I pee. I have one in my office here. We have one downstairs. We have one in the laundry room. We have, I live in a big house with lots of rooms and lots of bathrooms. So we use a lot of bathrooms. So or if I do go to the bathroom and I just go to the bathroom and come out, I forget, like if I need something that's in the bathroom, if I do not actively order it while I am using it, thinking about it, have used it up, this is a terrible thing because we are always out of deodorant. We're always out of toothpaste because we'll use the last of it and then forget to reorder it. And add scale to that list. My scale is lying to me. I know. I hope it is lying heavy. I don't feel like I look like I've gained more weight. And I did get a compliment on being thin today, so there is that. I'm admiring myself now. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the thinnest of them all? Not you, bitch. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to silliness now. So with that, I think I caught all of y'all's comments. I also want a scale that talks to my Apple Watch and my iPhone because, I just love all of that shit too. So, alrighty. Well, with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. It's important that you are loved. I love that you watched this. Thank you so much. I will miss you over the weekend. Take care of yourself. Don't should yourself to death. No good comes from should. And I will see you Monday at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say? Talk to you later. Bye. Love y'all. Bye.